Right, guys, it's Wow Sly. Um, Doing a quick little talk about my new shirt. It's a long sleeve shirt, and it's from 511. It's the 511 tactical shirt. Now I'm going to sit down for this because it's just a little discussion. Wouldn't really call it a product review. I've had it for a few days. I got large. I generally wear extra large. Large doesn't normally fit at all, but it's very generous in size, quite loose, lots of movement. And I want to talk about the features this shirt has to offer. It comes with epaulets for the shoulders and one for the chest, um, and instructions on how to stitch them. I got it in sale, paid 40 for it, that should have been 50. It's teflon covered or coated, but that's probably good up to about 10 or so washes. There we go, 511 series tactical pro shirt. Now I'll quickly go through some of these features that it's got. We'll start with the outside pocket. Both pockets are identical, just velcro fasteners on the chest pockets. Nothing special. Expanding pockets so you can get a bit more in there. They expand quite a lot, like you normally get the stitching on the back of a shirt so you can move. These pockets will expand quite large. If you carry a pen, they're not stitched here, so you can put a pen in and you can get it out without having to open the shirt. As I said, both pockets are identical, both expanding, both velcro, and both with the pen holes. Now behind the chest pockets there's more velcro. I think these are 5" by 11, can't remember, but they go right under the arm, nearly to the back of the shirt. Those pockets go from top shoulder stitching to, I think, the bottom of the pocket, in fact below the pocket, an inch or two below the pocket, all the way to the side of the shirt, the seams. And they're both sides. I think they're called paperwork pocket. You could carry hats, glove, map, all sorts in these pockets. If I can just squeeze my hand in, get half my arm in there. It's quite a generous pocket. Now these are like my tank trousers. They've got the stitched holes on the armpits, and a double material there for extra strength, and everything is triple stitched, even the collar. The collar is reinforced. I think there's more than 2 layers on there. I think there's 3 or 4 layers and triple stitched. I think there's 4 layers on there and 3 layers on there, and that's 1, 2 lots of stitching there to hold the inside material in. 1 there, 1 there, 1 there. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. I think there's about 5 layers there. So they're breathable under the armpit. Extra layers on the armpit to make it more durable. That section there, and the shoulder seam, the bit that runs from the collar, your neck, down to the top of your arm, is slightly forward. They've designed this so if you're wearing a rucksack, it won't rub on the stitching with the weight on your shoulder. The stitching's on the front of your shoulder. You get a spare couple of buttons, obviously for your epaulets, as well as the spare buttons on the inside of a shirt, which is standard for most shirts. Now all the buttons on the front are the same size, but you get a smaller one here. So you get one spare for the front of the shirt, and then the little one, and the little one doesn't match what's on the cuffs. You get one on your wrist flap and two there, so you can tighten it or loosen it depending on the size of your arm or how comfortable you want it. Right, so this extra small button is under the flap of the collar. There's another flap that holds the collar down with like a hidden flap, so you haven't got the button there exposed as you would on a normal shirt. Got a loop there which you don't get in most shirts. You can hang it up if you wish. But inside the arm is a lapel of some sort, if I can find it. Anyway, inside there's a bit of fabric stitched in there. That's where it'd sit on your shoulder. You've got halfway up your arm, you've got the collar, goes down to your shoulder. The top of your arm, just below your just above your elbow, there's a flap, and inside the sleeve is one of these, basically. So you can roll your shirt up. This is exposed, and when your shirt's rolled up, you can thread it through the loop and then button on itself, just so your sleeves won't roll back down again. Both sleeves at the top of the arm have two pen holders. That's the left arm, and on the right arm there's the flap there to tie your sleeve up. No, sorry, my mistake. There's only one pen holder, two pen holders on the left arm. Left arm only has the pen holders, but on the right arm there's the same flap again. You'd roll your sleeve up, and then the bit of fabric would go around the rolled up material through here and then button on itself. So you can get a regimental fold if you are rolling your sleeves up. You can all have them the same length. Also, the elbows, I've got a patch on the elbow, so the elbows are twice as thick. I'm pretty sure it's just 2 layers. I think maybe 3. There's 2 layers on the elbow to make the elbow extra hard wearing. So under the armpits it's reinforced, the elbows are reinforced, and the collar's reinforced, just so you don't get the wear and tear on there and it wears out like a cheap shirt. Now, we'll move on to the back of the shirt. The back of the shirt, there's the centre of the collar, which should be on the back of your neck, and then between your shoulder blades. This reminds me a lot of my Polish Army Lavu tent. It's got 2 stitching in the middle with a tiny little flap right in the middle, and then either side big flap and a big flap, just so you don't get hot. If you're hot sweating walking around, and it's got mesh on the inside, stop any nasty things crawling up there. So underneath this back section here is the breathable mesh with your 2 large flaps, but when you're wearing it they're kind of discreet, not really noticeable. I think that's pretty much all the features I need to mention about the shirt. Haven't worn it out in the field as such. Got a weekend out, I think next weekend, in the woods, so I'll be taking this out or adding it to my kit for overnight in the woods. So me being 6'6", generally need the extra large for length, just sort of the movement. The large is more than fantastic. I don't own any large clothes. They're all extra large because I need the sort of room around the chest to move my arms in and out, and the length as well. The length is a problem. Finding something that's long enough on the body and the sleeves generally means extra large. It's not heavy. but I wouldn't class it as lightweight. But it is a really comfortable shirt to wear. And there's their tag on the inside. Style 72175. It's the 511 tactical shirt from their tactical series. There we go. Teflon coated. After 10 or so washes, you could get it redone, relayered. If you're keen on the Teflon. The guy in the shop, I bought it off when I got to the till, was quite chuffed I bought it. Said he's got it. Says if you hang it up to dry and it does rain, he says don't worry, it won't absorb the water. It won't be great in rain, like a shower or an absolute pour down. It's not waterproof, he says, but if you get a few splashes on it, it will bead off because it is such a tightly woven material. So we're yet to test that. He recommended the trousers too. I said I'm not made of money, but I have to say the trousers are nice, and I think I might possibly be going back for the trousers at some point. So there we go. Teflon coated 511 tactical shirt with epaulets, extra buttons, and also the instructions on how to put your epaulets on. That's my badly videoed, no bullshit mini talk about the shirt, and I'll give you a quick rundown on it next time I'm out and I'll be wearing it. So it's not a biased review. Obviously I haven't worn it out, I've only worn it around the house for a day or so, but I like it. I think it's a great bit of kit. It's the same colour as my folding bed, British Army bed. It's the same colour as my Polish Lavu tent. It's nice to see the 2-pen holder on the sleeve, one in each pocket. It's always good for when I'm out with the radios. I can keep my pen handy for the logbook. 2 big pockets in the chest, as well as the standard chest pockets. Right. Catch you next time, YouTube.